this idea that I call invisible balls. We're going to juggle using invisible balls, and for now we're going to apply that idea to site swaps. I know with site swaps, if we take an existing site swap and we remove an object, we can still describe that pattern using another site swap, obviously. We can replace that object with the number 0, and then we get a new site swap. But I want to stick with this idea of an invisible ball as a concept, because I really believe that in all of the tricks we have inside of us, we have other tricks that we just don't know exist. This is a really easy way to find all these other tricks that we have, that we don't have to learn new tricks. We use the tricks we already have and discover what else has already been there all along. Because a lot of people talk about, oh, I want to make a new trick, I want to find a new idea. And what I'm trying to say is, we have a lot of new tricks and ideas in the technique that we already have. We don't have to spend a lot of time learning a whole new technique to get a whole new trick. We have a lot of new tricks with the techniques we already have. We just have to think about the tricks we already have in a little bit different way. So in that way, let's take, just as an idea to introduce invisible balls or invisible objects, let's take really simple site swaps that we already know. Because of course, this idea of invisible objects or invisible balls could be applied really easily to, for example, if you had like a 3-ball sequence, or a 4-ball sequence, or a 5-ball sequence, it would be really easy in that way, in that choreography, to remove one of the objects and try to keep the choreography the same. You're going to find a lot of new patterns that you didn't think were there. And this is going to be really challenging. But already with a sequence, it's going to be hard enough. Let's start with the site swap. Maybe it's possible in a really short time to understand a little bit more about what we mean with invisible balls. And again, just to repeat, in the same way, I understand that when you take a site swap, you remove an object, we do have a new site swap that you can document using site swap. In the same way that if you're performing and you go on stage, you're going to have a character in a costume and a soundtrack no matter what. Even if you say to yourself, well, I don't care what I'm wearing, I'm just going to wear this on stage, it's not a costume. Well, by definition it is. Whatever you do wear during a performance is your costume. You can also say, I don't care about the music or the sound, I don't have a soundtrack. But by default, you do have a soundtrack then. It's just that it's not something that's in your focus or your priority. That's fine. But for now, let's just go with this kind of organic concept, this overarching concept of invisible balls, invisible site swaps. And let's start really simple. We'll take the site swap 4, 2, 3. And for now, we can say in the site swap 4, 2, 3, we're using 3 balls. And what I want to do is, to keep things simple, as a starting point, is we're going to remove the 3 as a real ball and make it an invisible ball. And of course, this is the start. We haven't done this yet, so I'm going to be overly simple for now, overly demonstrating. If I can have, so I'm going to put the invisible ball now will be white, and I'm going to put it as the site swap 3 in 4, 2, 3. So we have 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. What I want to do is take the white ball and make it invisible, but I want to keep the other 2 balls doing the same job that they're doing now, which means the same physical pathway, the same physical technique, and also the same rhythm, right? So they do have a relationship to each other in the site swap, and even when I remove the white ball, I want to keep that invisible ball there. So go ahead, you can try that with 2 balls that are real and 1 invisible ball that'll be on the 3, and then we have the 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. You can make a throwing motion if you want to try to keep the rhythm the same. 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Great. And now let's go back and take 4, 2, 3 again with 2 real balls and this invisible ball. But we're going to change where the invisible ball is. So instead of the invisible ball being on 3, which was repeating back and forth the same job over and over, let's put it on one of the 4s, which turns into a 2 as well. So we have 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So now again, we want to take that white ball and make it invisible. So go ahead and work that out on your own, and we'll see how that looks together. 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2. Right, so now we have an asymmetrical pattern. Before, the 3 was going back and forth, it means that the balls that were remaining, that were real balls, were just going up and down. And we had that 3 going back and forth, and we had the 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 3 was the invisible ball. But now, we take the invisible ball here, and we have 4, 2, so first the invisible ball is a 2, right? 4, 2, 3, and then it's a 4. Now it's a 4, there was invisible balls in the air, then I do a 2, the invisible ball comes down, I do a 3. So 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So try that again. It's asymmetrical. It repeats differently on both sides. Okay, good. And again, I understand that we're going from a side swap, that is 4, 2, 3, like this, and I'm getting rid of that ball. I'm turning it invisible. And that way we can say that it's still there, and I am still doing some sort of 4, 2, 3. And you just can't see that third ball. But, just to say, this is also a side swap that we could count in a real valid side swap that only has 2 balls in it. But for now, let's keep this fantasy of the 3 balls, with one of them being invisible, because I think it's more useful later on to apply for other areas of your work. Let's take another side swap. This has 4, 2, 3. Let's do 5, 3, 1. So we have 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. And again, 5, 3, 1 has 3 numbers in it. It has a 5, a 3, and a 1. And inside of those 3 numbers, there's also a 3. It's the same number as the number of numbers. It means that 3, that same object repeats the same job again, as we had in 4, 2, 3. The 3 in 4, 2, 3, of course, at first, it repeats just back and forth the same job. Right? So it's a symmetrical kind of throw, the same on both sides. And now we have the same thing on 5, 3, 1. So if we put the invisible ball as the 3, it means we have the same job of the invisible ball on both sides, back and forth. 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. So now, what we want to juggle is the pink balls as the 2 real balls, and the white ball again as the invisible ball. So when you do 5, 3, 1, and you want to start off with the invisible ball as the 3, it means the invisible ball will be in the other hand, and the 2 balls will stay on the same side to start with. So we're going to have a 5, 3, 1, and it's going to repeat. So try that out, and then we'll see how that looks after you've tried it a few times. So we have a 5, 3, 1. The 3 is going to be an invisible ball. Good. And again, now we found a pretty common pattern, which is a side swap 5, 0, 1, which some people know with 2 balls. It's kind of a common 2-ball side swap. In this way, again, we have this idea of 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. So we have this exchange between the invisible ball being a 3 and then the 1. So we have a 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Try one more time. We do 5, 3, 1 with the invisible ball and the 3. One last time, just to see. Try to mark the invisible ball, if you can, with a little bit of a throw to the 3. 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. Cool. But now, let's take 5, 3, 1 with 2 real balls and 1 invisible ball. But let's not have the invisible ball be the 3. Let's have it be one of the other balls. So let's start like this. We're going to do 5, 3, 1 like this. We're going to have the invisible ball being here in the starting position. It means that when I do the pattern, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. So first of all, you can see the white ball, what job it's doing. First it's a 5, then it's a 1. And what we want to juggle then are the two pink balls. Right? So we want to turn the white ball into an invisible ball and keep the two pink balls doing the same job. So we're doing the site swap 5-3-1, but with one invisible ball. We don't change the site swap, we just turn one ball invisible. So try to work that out on your own. How's that going to look? Invisible ball starting in this position here. One ball in each hand, invisible ball there. Okay, again, we have an asymmetrical pattern. So the 5-3-1, if I replace the invisible ball with the white ball for now, we have 5-3-1, 5-3-1. It means that, of course, it's different on either side. Back when it was the 3, when the invisible ball was the 3, we had the same pattern on either side. But now we have an asymmetrical pattern when we remove that ball. So it means from the beginning, we're going to have 5-3-1. So I do 5-3-1, right? The invisible ball is the 1. So I have 5-3-1 there. And then after that comes down, the 1 is invisible. I'm going to throw a 5 up, right? It's crossing. Then I have to do, after I do the 5, then I do 3-1 with the real balls. So the two patterns I have, if I ignore the invisible ball, if I just go with the pink balls, I just go 5-3, right? And then I do 3-1. And that just repeats. So 5-3, 3-1, 5-3, 3-1, 5-3. So try that out. 3-1, 5-3, 3-1, 5-3, 3-1, 5-3. And once you understand those two techniques, then try to do 5-3-1 with the invisible ball there. You can try to mark the throw with the invisible ball as well, and think that it's inside the pattern. Once you understand those two parts, the 5-3 and the 3-1. 5-3-1, 5-3. It means try to do it in the rhythm. Okay, let's take another pattern. Let's take 4-4-1. So we have the pattern 4-4-1, 4-4-1, 4-4-1, 4-4-1, 4-4-1. And we're going to take one of these balls, and we're going to make it invisible. This one has a little bit of a longer sequence before it repeats. For now, let's say that the invisible ball will be the second ball in the hand that has two balls. And we're going to just watch the white ball for now. So we have 4-4-1. It's a 1, and then it's a 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. It means each ball in this pattern goes through each of the numbers in the site swap. So they all cycle through. So the white ball goes 4, and then it's a 4, and then it's a 1. It's a 4, it's a 4, and then it's a 1. But of course, what we want to do is take the white ball and make it invisible. So we want to juggle the pattern that the two pink balls are making. So we can try to work out 4-4-1 with the invisible ball starting as the second ball in the hand that has two balls. You can go ahead and work it out on your own, and I'll try to explain as we go. So of course, first, that invisible ball, it's going to be a 1. So we have a 4-4-1. That's pretty easy. So each ball goes straight up and down, back to the same hand that threw it. Those are going to be the 4s. We have the 4-4-1. And then after it's a 1, that ball is going to be a 4, right? I take that invisible ball, I do a 1, and then it's a 4. And so after that 4, it's a 4, and I do a 4-1. So again, I have 4-4-1, 4-4-1. 4-4-1, 4-4-1. Right. And if we don't stop there, it means that after we say 4-4-1, 4-4-1, we have a ball in the air, right? and it's coming down, so we're going to do another 4. And then we're going to have another 4 on the invisible ball, and we're going to do another 1. So we have 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. And now we have an invisible ball in the air. Right? So from the beginning, we're going to do those 3. We have 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. And now the invisible ball is in the air. So without the invisible ball, or with the invisible ball without the real ball, we have 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. And now, those 3 cycles repeat on the other side. So if you started with 2 balls in your left hand, we have that sequence where we are right now. And if you start with the invisible ball in the hand with 2 balls, it's the left hand. We have those 3 patterns that cycle through, and then we're going to have those same 3 sequences, but starting from the right hand. Right? Because we have the invisible ball hanging above that hand where we left off. So we have 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. And now it's a 4, it's coming down. So then I'm going to do the same thing again. 4, 4, 1. And it goes the other way. Right? So 4, 4, 1. Then that's going to go up. 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. And if you want, you can try to piece that all together. So we have the 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. That's one side. It's coming down. 4, 4, 1. I threw it up. 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. It's up there now. That's coming down. 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. Is it working? Yeah, that's good. We have the 4, 4, 1 with the invisible ball, and the hard thing is to keep it on rhythm. We try one more time, the 4, 4, 1, we just try to keep the rhythm of 4, 4, 1 really nice and regular. We have 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1. With the invisible ball. Yeah, good. Great. So the last one we want to try to do is 5, 3, 4 with the invisible ball first as, let's try it as a 3. So we have the pattern 5, 3, 4 with 4 balls. We have 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. And remember, 5, 3, 4 has 3 numbers, 5, 3, 4, and inside of those numbers you have a number 3, which is the number of numbers. It means that ball 3 will repeat the same job back and forth like it did in 4, 2, 3 and 5, 3, 1. So if we take the invisible ball and put it as the 3, it means it will be the second throw of 5, 3, 4. And then we can take the invisible ball away and still keep the other 3 balls going. So take a look and see what the pink balls are doing. So this is 5, 3, 4. We're going to put the invisible ball as a 3. You'll notice that my hands go left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. If I'm just looking at the pink balls, yeah? Left, left, right, right. Crossing, straight, crossing, straight, crossing, straight, crossing, straight, crossing, straight. Yeah? So try to do 5, 3, 4 with the 3 as an invisible ball. So you only have 3 real balls and 1 invisible ball. Sorry. Remember, each hand is throwing twice, and the throws are crossing straight, crossing straight. So I go left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Or I can say crossing straight, crossing straight, crossing straight, crossing straight, crossing straight. Five, 3, 4. Sorry. 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. Great. But now, let's take the invisible ball, and instead of making it the second throw of 5, 3, 4, right? Whereas The invisible ball is the 3, so it repeats the same job back and forth. Let's try to make the invisible ball one of the other balls. So for example, it could be the last ball in the sequence. And then in that way we have to do 5, 3, 4, where the white ball is going to cycle between first a 4 and then a 5. Right? So we have again 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. It's a 4, then it's a 5. It's a 4, then it's a 5. It's a 4 on one side, it's a 5 on one side, it's a 4 on the other side, and then a 5 on the other side, yeah? And so what we want to do is, we want to juggle what the pink balls are doing. So 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. So let's try that. 5, 3, 4, with 3 real balls, 1 invisible ball, and the invisible ball is not a 3. Let's work on that. So of course it's more productive to think about this idea of invisible balls, that we're keeping the balls inside the site swap, we're just turning them to be invisible or non-existent, and that way we can keep the pattern, we can keep the site swap the same. So when we're doing 5, 3, 1, and we take the 3 and we make it invisible, we don't change the site swap to 5, 0, 1, which is a 2-ball site swap. We keep 5, 3, 1, but we do it with 2 real balls and 1 invisible ball. But now we're working on 5, 3, 4, and we're trying to turn one of the balls invisible that's not a 3. And this is pretty difficult. So in this way, it's easier to understand if we actually map out the site swap for 3 balls instead of 4 balls. So this will be, for now, we can say the 3-ball site swap for the 4-ball site swap of 5, 3, 4, but with one of the balls turned invisible. This is actually the pattern what the 3 remaining balls are going to be doing. And it's a nice mental exercise if you can keep these zeros as invisible balls. But if it's too much to figure out in your head in real time, this is a better way maybe to learn it. You can think about this site swap instead. 5, 3, 4, 0, 3, 4, 5, 3, 0. So let's try that. Instead of just trying to mentally figure out where the invisible ball goes inside the rhythm of 5, 3, 4 when it's not a 3, we can try to juggle this site swap instead and see if that works better. We have 5, 3, 4, 0, 3, 4, 5, 3, 0. 5, 3, 4, 0, 3, 4, 5, 3, 0, 5, 3, 4, 0, 3, 4, 5, 3, 0. At least try to get through the first few throws, and you can see 5, 3, 4, 0 should be pretty straightforward. Again, that's keeping the invisible ball. As the last ball in the pattern. And that way it means, if I'm going to start with my left hand, the invisible ball starting here as the second ball in my right hand. You can say the invisible ball is the second ball in the hand that doesn't start if you want. So 5, 3, 4, 0 should be pretty easy, yeah? 5, 3, 4, and then you have an empty hand, it's the invisible ball. And just keep in mind that invisible ball will be a 5 on that 0. If you want to keep the invisible ball in the pattern. So 5, 3, 4, and then 5. That invisible ball is going to be a 5. So 4, 0, 3, 4, 5, 3, 0, 5, 0, 3, 4, 5, 0, 3, 0. Sorry. Five, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 4, 5, 3, 0, 5, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 0. But it's a nice challenge to try to do these things where we have these mental exercises of invisible balls versus real balls. And again, maybe if we're not just using site swaps, but we're using a sequence you have. If you have a 3-ball sequence in your life or a 5-ball sequence in your life, take 1 or 2 of the balls away, but try to keep the original choreography. And it's really more difficult than we think. But again, inside of these structures we already have in our bodies. I mean, imagine how easy it is to do 5, 3, 4 with 4 balls. For me, it's really easy to do 5, 3, 4 with 4 balls. I don't have to think. And when I take one of the balls away, it's almost impossible unless I map it out and do a new site swap. Another good game to play is, instead of making these balls invisible, is you can start to say that these balls relate to each other in different ways. So on 5, 3, 4, you can say, I'm going to make all the 5s exterior throws instead of interior throws. Or you could say that when we juggle, for example, a 5, 3, 4, that all the throws are on the inside, or cascade, or fountain. But then you could also start to say that they can be reverse cascades. So on the 5, 3, 4, the 5, 5, 5, I can start to do reverse cascades. So exterior throws. Or one hand does all exterior throws on the 4s and the 3s and the 5s. And you can start to mix these things up. So instead of the objects doing the same job, instead of them being invisible or real, they can also just start to relate to each other in different ways. And again, these are techniques we already have. You can already do 5, 3, 4. You can already do reverse cascade and cascade. Now you can just mix it up in different combinations that we haven't tried before because they're not traditional. They're not the ones we normally learn, and they're not patterns that we normally have established in our minds and in our bodies, but they're totally possible. And they make new pictures and new figures and new ideas for us. So you don't have to learn new technique to have new tricks.